Thank you. I feel so honored to be with 1,200 about people, one of the kindest people, purest people, and the most grateful people in the world. I feel so honored to be with you. Thank you. Have you ever noticed that behind every single activity in our daily lives, we are looking for love, attention, admiration, and connection? Even right now that I'm standing here, I need your attention. That's the nature of us human beings, seeking for love and connection. Rumi, oh, it's going so fast. I didn't do anything to it. I don't know why. It's not working. Oh, no. Is that the last slide, I think? Yes. Somebody help me. And please keep my time. Is anybody help me? Show me first which one is okay. Thank you. Thank you. Rumi, a 13th century Iranian mystic and poet, said, "Your task is not to seek love, but merely to seek and find all barriers within yourself that you have built against it." And what have I done? Exactly the opposite. I got married at 22 to my beloved husband, whom I had been admiring for a long time, hoping to find love. He was handsome, and he still is. He was always smiling, great with people, caring, and generally my Prince Charming. I hope the pictures go right. At the beginning, everything was fine, like any other marriages. The problem arose after a few months, when I was not getting as much attention as I desired. For example, I was expecting him to say "I love you" every single day, not less than 10 times a day. And I wasn't telling him that this is my expectation. Because of this and so many other unsaid expectations, I stored up a great deal of resentment. I started arguments. I became obsessed with his behavior. I was jealous. If he was invited to a meeting, I would say, "Why can't I go?" If he was dressing up nice to go out somewhere, I felt like maybe he's going to see other women. Our relationship was going downhill, but I didn't let it tear us apart. I started studying books, taking courses, consultations, coaching sessions, and generally I raised my awareness. And in another word, I can say, I started to change myself. And since I started to change, my life and my relationship started to change. In the middle of my coaching studies, one night at about 1 a.m., as I was falling asleep and too exhausted to do anything at all, not even to brush my teeth, and I hope there is no dentist in this room, my husband came in, and I noticed he not only took time to brush his teeth and do his prayers, but he also took time to brush his hair. I was wondered how he could do all these things, even though I knew he was already ready to collapse. Instantly, I remembered he was committed to do this for a few months, for combing, like brushing his hair every single night. And I remembered again after that he was committed to every single commitment that he had about himself. And just after that, I got the answer to so many of my questions. I had always wondered why he was more loved and respected than I was. I was thinking, I'm more gorgeous. How people love him more than me? Why they are paying more attention to him more than me? Having this said, seconds after, I found, okay, it was because I didn't love and respect myself, and he loved and respected himself. And I realized if I was not getting enough love, it was because I didn't love myself enough. As a result, I was always hungry for love. And if I was thinking nobody believed me, it was because I didn't believe in myself. And if I was thinking nobody was respecting me enough, it was because I wasn't respecting myself. That night was a turning point in my life. Now I can see what were the barriers inside of my life, inside of myself that was holding me against love. Those barriers were not loving myself, not respecting myself, not believing in myself, and comparing myself to others, especially to my husband. It wasn't me. It was them. With this new awareness, I started to work on myself. I started working on my self-love and self-improvement. Let me share with you one exercise that I do it every single night, and it has helped me a lot to improve myself, to become a more fulfilled, loving, caring human being. Before I go to the exercise, this is my childhood picture. And I know, and you know, that every single of you are having this child, or a child like this child, still alive inside of yourself. And I encourage you, after I tell my story, you try it. For at least 40 nights, try it. And see what a huge difference it is making into your life. Every single night, when I look at my own baby picture, then look back at myself in the mirror, I feel truly loved and alive. This is an amazing connection between me and myself, my true essence, and the person standing in front of the mirror. I separate myself from the roles that I am playing in my daily life. As a child, a mom, a wife, a relationship coach, all those identifications that I'm identifying myself with them, like egoistic things, author, speaker, and just me, without any of those roles. I embrace those innocent eyes. I place myself into those innocent eyes for a few silent moments and stay connected eye to eye and embrace the child within me. And loving myself unconditionally for who I am. With loving myself I started to love others more truly. And I found my life purpose. My life purpose is reflecting in these 3 love principles: love yourself, love others, and love your higher source. For loving others, 14 years ago, when my son was 1 year old, I started to believe and embrace this belief that we human beings are like different cells in one body called humanity. And I love this quote at the entrance of United Nations Hall by Nazee, another poet, another Iranian poet, which says, "Human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain." Thank you. And I used to think, thanks Sadie, I used to think that I am great in loving and accepting people until last year when I attended one of my human potential courses in San Diego. One day, as I was walking downtown San Diego to the mall in the evening after the course, I passed hundreds of homeless people, and I felt scared and intimidated. I was alone. The day after, I brought it up in the class, and I asked my mentor to help me with my guilt. And he advised me to go back to the same area and practice compassion by just either smiling at them or asking them, how are they doing, or if there's anything that I can do for them. And I'm just looking at the time, and I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah, there are lots of things that I want to say. I was scared to go there alone. And one of my classmates told that he would come with me. The day after, we went on our way to downtown San Diego again. Frank gave me lots of information about homelessness, as he had already been working with them. Luckily, we found a few of them who were interested to talk, and we started to talk and sharing life stories. I became inspired with one person sitting in a wheelchair who said that he's writing a book on homelessness. By the end of our chatting, Frank got permission to say a prayer, and we put our hands on each other's shoulder in a small circle, and we said the prayer. And before we leave them, I turned back to that guy, and this is what I used to do, to say I love you to everybody that I feel love about them, which is everybody. And I turned back to him and I told him, I love you. Do you know, he responded, what? He said, thank you. It was years that I was hungry for hearing these words. That day, I felt love as I gave love, and I learned that homeless or not, black or white, from any history, from any country, with any religion, any background, we all need love, and we need to love one another. I threw away my barrier of fear. That's how I found an in-depth understanding of the second principle, loving others. At the same time that I was in this journey towards a deeper loving relationship to myself and others, I was improving my relationship with my higher source. For years, my relationship with God was based on fear and traditions. But now I am in a more fulfilled, loving connection to my higher source. And how? 5 years ago, my husband and I moved our family to Canada. And I was introduced more than before to different faiths and different cultures and different religions. And I had the opportunity to look at them from a different perspective. And I gained a new realization that in essence, each set of values in each belief system is searching for peace, love, and a better state of well-being inside and out. In all belief systems, we have similarities that we can share and learn with each other. But unfortunately, in today's society, we are mostly focusing on our differences, and that's why we have this much fights all over the world. And here is my calling. Here is my wish, my request, or call for myself, you, and the whole world, that it's time to leave our differences behind and find our similarities. Let's learn more about each other. Let's get connected. Whatever is our practice or history, whether we have a holy book or not, whether we follow a particular teacher or a philosopher, let's come out of our boxes. Let's help love shine boundlessly. Rumi said, there are many languages in the world. In meaning, all are the same. If we break the cups, water will flow together. Let's flow together. We are love. And I want to leave you with all my heart and gratitude to every single of you with this poem, Love to Live, Live to Love. You are love. You are who you are. What are you going to leave behind when there is no roles left every night? You are still there, loved and safe. Be grateful for all you are, for all you have. Be grateful for all you don't have. Be love, live in love, die in love. We are one. Love to live, live to love. Namaste.